Maha Shivratri, the greatest love story of the cosmos. Did you know that one of the greatest love stories in the universe didn't just happen on Earth, but across lifetimes, silence, and even cosmic time itself? Today, we're going to dive into the story of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, a story of devotion, patience, and a love so powerful that it became eternal. This is Maha Shivratri, the night when love and destiny met in the cosmos. Before the mountains learned to stand tall, before rivers tasted moonlight, before constellations arranged themselves into stories, there was silence, a silence so deep that even time itself moved softly, afraid to disturb it. In that eternal stillness, beyond the noise of creation and the dreams of existence, sat Lord Shiva. His eyes were closed, his breath dissolved into the airless vastness, his consciousness withdrawn into an infinity no mind could measure. He was not merely still, he was stillness itself. His presence was both a storm and a sanctuary, both a universe and an emptiness, both the beginning and the end resting within a single unmoving form. Lord Shiva had once loved. Long before this silence, long before the ashes, long before the solitude, he had known warmth. But that was before loss. That was before the flames of grief had carved eternity into his soul. That was before Goddess Shakti, his first love, his eternal companion, his reflection in divine form, had left the world in an act of heartbreak and defiance. Her departure did not merely wound him, it hollowed him. Losing Goddess Sati carved a void so deep that even eternity seemed to echo inside it. And so Lord Shiva withdrew. He turned away from the world, from emotion, from desire, from memory. He abandoned all that moved and all that changed, choosing instead the unchanging stillness of meditation. Ages passed like drifting dust. Seasons circled endlessly. Civilizations rose like waves and vanished like foam. Mountains lifted their snowy crowns toward the sky. Stars were born and died. Yet Lord Shiva did not move. His pain became his meditation, and his meditation became part of the rhythm of the universe itself. But destiny is patient, and love is more patient. Far away, beneath peaks wrapped in silver mist and clouds that whispered to the earth, a soul stirred again. It was not a new soul. It was not unfamiliar. It was ancient, returning like a melody once forgotten and now remembered. That soul was born as Goddess Parvati, daughter of the king Himavan, the lord of the mountains, and Queen Mena, whose heart was gentler than spring rain. From the moment Goddess Parvati opened her eyes, something in creation recognized her. The wind softened. Flowers bloomed without reason. Even birds paused their songs, as if listening for something sacred. She grew among the purity of the mountains, surrounded by the hush of snowfields, the hymns of rivers, and the quiet wisdom of forests. And often, in the chambers of her heart, she heard a name she did not yet understand: Lord Shiva. Her parents often spoke of him. They praised his ascetic strength, his compassion for creatures, his power greater than storms. And they spoke of his sorrow, how after Goddess Shakti's death, he had withdrawn from all creation and sealed himself within meditation deeper than time. Many feared him, many worshipped him, but none understood him, except Goddess Parvati. She did not fear his pain. She honored it. She did not dream of changing him. She wished only to meet him as he was, even if that path demanded everything she had. One morning, when devotion first blossomed within her like sunrise across snow, Goddess Parvati went to the cave where Lord Shiva meditated. She did not arrive with royal banners or declarations of longing. She came quietly, like dawn entering night. She placed flowers beside him. She cleared stones from the path near his feet. She brought water from the river and whispered sacred chants into the air. Lord Shiva did not open his eyes, not once. Days passed, weeks passed, seasons turned like pages in a cosmic scripture. Leaves fell, snow gathered, blossoms returned, winds warmed and cooled, yet Lord Shiva remained unmoving, immersed in a meditation deeper than mortal comprehension. Still, Goddess Parvati returned every day. She did not come to be noticed. She did not come to be praised. She did not come to be loved. She came because something inside her soul recognized him, a memory older than birth, older than time, older than form itself. The gods watched her with wonder. They knew truths she had yet to comprehend. Lord Shiva would not stop his meditation for anyone. His silence ran deeper than the oceans, stretching into realms even the gods feared to tread. His detachment was stronger than the unyielding march of fate itself, and yet, despite his withdrawal from all that lived and breathed, the universe could not endure without him. Chaos was rising in shadowed corners, darkness stirred in places long forgotten, and the delicate balance of creation trembled on the edge of collapse. Only Lord Shiva, in all his enigmatic power and stillness, could restore harmony. And strangely, impossibly, the key to rousing him rested in the hands of Goddess Parvati, untested, unknowing, yet destined to hold a power greater than even she could imagine. But devotion, even divine devotion, is often tested. One day, the gods decided Goddess Parvati needed help, so they decided to send Kamadeva, the god of love, to break Lord Shiva's meditation. Kamadeva stood trembling before him, knowing the risk, but bound to his duty. With a deep breath, he shot his arrow of desire. The air shimmered. The world brightened. The arrow struck. Lord Shiva's eyes opened, not in love, but in fury. His third eye blazed with cosmic fire, and in a single instant Kamadeva itself was reduced to ash. The heavens trembled, the winds recoiled, even the gods fell silent. Goddess Parvati watched it all, not with fear, but with understanding, for she saw what others could not. She saw not anger, but pain. He hadn't destroyed Kamadeva out of cruelty. He had done it because he was not ready to feel again. That night, Goddess Parvati understood something profound. If she wanted Lord Shiva's love, she had to earn it, not through charm, beauty, or desire, but through strength, through discipline, through transformation, through becoming the version of herself who could stand beside him, equal, powerful, unwavering. Goddess Parvati quietly left her grand palace. She took off her shining jewels, her silk clothes, and everything that showed comfort or luxury. She chose a simple life instead. Without servants, without music, without rich food, she walked alone into the deep forest. The trees became her walls, the sky her roof, and the earth her seat. There, she began her tapasya, a deep and powerful meditation. At first, she lived only on fruits she found in the forest. After some time, she stopped eating fruits and lived only on leaves. Then, she gave up leaves and drank only water. Later, she even stopped drinking water and lived only on air. In the end, She gave up all food and drink, and lived only through her strong will and determination. Her body slowly became thin and light, like a dry branch, but inside, her spirit grew brighter and stronger, like a flame that no wind could put out. Animals of the forest felt her calm energy and came to sit near her without fear. Deer rested beside her, birds perched close by. Even wild creatures forgot their anger in her peaceful presence. The wind seemed to move gently around her, almost like it was protecting her. The sun, which usually burned hot, softened its heat when its rays touched her skin, as if it respected her devotion. Years passed. Seasons changed again and again. Rain fell, leaves grew and dropped, rivers rose and shrank. But goddess Parvati did not move. She remained steady, deep in meditation. The sages who lived in the forest watched her with wonder. They had seen many people perform tapasya, but never like this. Because she refused even to eat a single leaf, they gave her a new name, Aparna, meaning the one who does not eat leaves. They bowed to her with respect, for they understood something important. She was not doing this to impress anyone. She was changing herself from within. Her meditation was like a sacred fire. In that inner fire, she was slowly burning away pride, desire, fear, and every small thought of ego. Bit by bit, she was letting go of anything that was not pure or true. Her mind became clear like a calm lake. Her heart became light like the morning sky. Her soul began to shine with quiet truth. Far away, deep in his own endless meditation, Lord Shiva suddenly felt something. It was small at first, like a gentle ripple in still water. Then it became a warmth, soft and familiar. It was a presence he had known long ago, a feeling older than time itself. Something inside him stirred, like a forgotten memory slowly waking up. And in that silent moment, a name rose from the depths of eternity. Devotion reached its peak. The universe itself responded. Winds changed direction, clouds stilled, the earth hummed softly. Even Lord Shiva's meditation trembled. And after ages, after silence older than stars, after stillness deeper than infinity, Lord Shiva opened his eyes. Before him stood goddess Parvati, radiant, peaceful, unshakable. She was not adorned with jewels, but with perseverance, not glowing with ornament, but with eternal wisdom. Lord Shiva looked at her and recognized her, not her face, not her form, but her soul. In her gaze, he saw the devotion of goddess Sati. In her presence, he felt love returning across lifetimes. He did not speak. Words are too small when eternity recognizes itself. Though the heavens were filled with joy and celebration, not everyone were at peace. Whispers of doubt spread quietly. Goddess Parvati's father, King Himavan, had great respect for Lord Shiva, but he feared Lord Shiva's ascetic form, his ash-covered body, his serpents, his wild companions. King Himavan thought, how could my daughter, a princess, marry a god who lived among cremation grounds? But goddess Parvati did not waver, for she did not love Lord Shiva's appearance. She loved the truth that lived beyond appearance. And Lord Shiva, who had sealed his heart in silence, felt it open, slowly, gently, safely, like a lotus blooming after endless night. At last the day arrived. The universe itself seemed to prepare. Mountains bowed, rivers slowed, stars softened their light. Lord Shiva made a grand entrance. His followers marched beside him, not kings, not nobles, not jeweled princes, but beings from every realm of existence. Some were terrifying, some strange beyond imagination. They were covered in ash, adorned with bones. But when goddess Parvati's mother, Queen Maha, saw the form of the groom and his unusual companions, she was so frightened that she fainted. Seeing her fear, Lord Shiva compassionately transformed into his radiant and beautiful divine form known as Sundaramurti, gentle and resplendent. When Queen Maha opened her eyes, she no longer saw a terrifying ascetic. She saw the very embodiment of divine grace. Her fear melted into awe. The ceremony then began, witnessed by Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, all the other gods and goddess, sages, mountains, rivers, stars, and time itself. Goddess Parvati walked toward Lord Shiva, like moonlight descending upon still waters, calm, radiant, unshaken. And when they stood face to face, time itself seemed to pause in reverence. Their marriage was not just a ceremony, it was the reunion of energies that sustain the universe. The merging of Lord Shiva, consciousness, and goddess Parvati, Shakti. Together, they were not two beings anymore. They were one harmony, eternal, powerful, and complete. That night became Maha Shivratri, the night the universe remembered harmony, the night love returned to the one who had sworn never to feel again. The night devotion proved stronger than destiny. And even now, across centuries and civilizations, the love of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati whispers a truth to every heart willing to listen. Real love is patient, transformative, fearless, and divine. It is not rushed. It is not forced. It is recognized. It is earned. And that is why Maha Shivratri is not just a festival. It is a reminder to be patient. Healing can still reach you. Destiny can still surprise you. Because the universe, in all its infinite wisdom, always brings together what is meant to be. Just as it brought Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati together across lifetimes, silence, sorrow, and cosmic distance.
And that was the greatest love story in the whole universe. A love that silence could not erase, time could not fade, and destiny itself could not deny.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the bell icon so you don't miss any new uploads.
I'll see you next time with another timeless tale. Har Har Mahadev.